feeling, man?
I feel good, man. We doing this live stream shit. Like we gotta get used to this. I'm sure we gotta iron out some bugs and shit like that. But yeah, let's make it happen. Let's.
Yeah, yeah, we'll make it happen. We're trying to do lives as often as we can so that you guys can feel more conversational. We'll still have the episodes too, but like at least with this, we get it feels more conversational. I guess is what I'm saying. So we want to react to some stuff again. So Ty,
Yeah.
I have something that I know that you have lots to say about. It's connected to conversations we've had before, but I thought it was great perspective. So I'm just gonna load up the clips. I'm gonna load. There's two clips, right? They're both. The first one I'm gonna rock out. Then we're gonna talk about it, and then I'm gonna show you the second clip, and then we'll talk about it. All right. But these are
All right.
interesting
Cool.
clips. Sorry. So I'm about to share my screen. I'm gonna let you know right now. All right. Here we go. So family, let us know what you think because these are gonna be some interesting clips. We definitely want you guys to chime in and let us know what you think. And here goes the first one. Can you see my screen, Ty?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, family. Here we go. All right. So this is the first clip. Here we go. Let me know what y'all think.
These white women, they saw the vision. Yep. They like, look, I see where this is going. I've studied this. Kevin Samuels already exposed how they have courses and shit. They're reading books and shit on how to get these type of men. They actually work to get these men. They know this is a competition. Yep. I'm going to outcompete the competition and get chosen. This is why they're getting chose. When you talk to black women, they are repulsed at the word competition. Yeah. I tell black women all the fucking time, you got to compete for the man you want. Compete. He can have that bitch. Well, guess what? That draft day, he's having.
All right.
That's funny.
That was the first clip, so I'm gonna stop sharing. All right, that was the first clip. Now the second clip is heavily related to the first one. But do you have anything to say about the first one? Or you want to go on the second one and then?
I mean, all right. Listen, I'm gonna have to. I get what he's saying as far as like how white women actually like try to go out there and compete for a mate, but I think he's overselling it. Like I don't think it's bro. Like I went to LaSalle, which was at back then. I don't know about now, but back then it was predominantly white, and I've talked to and dealt with a lot of white women back then, bro. And like, put it this way, they're cool with, you know what I mean, like linking up with you when you have nothing and getting married and then y'all building together. I think that's absolutely true.
Okay.
But I don't think it's just like they're like studying and shit like that. I'm sure some of them do, right? But it's like I don't think that they're like out there like hunting for men and being like, oh, okay, cool. Like I think it's like a kind of like a circumstances happen and they're like, okay, cool, this guy seems cool. This is his major. All right, cool. This may lead into something.
Okay.
But I think they're open to it. But what I will say is black women are not like that. Like the black so
you got to be done. You got to be successful. You got to be at the finish line. You got to be successful. You got to be the man already.
Right. So they definitely move a little differently. And they like where a white woman would if a white woman gets married right out of college, other white women say, oh, or other white people say, oh, okay, cool, that's good. Go on with your life, go knock yourself out. Black women get married right out of college. Other black women like, damn, you losing out on so much. Like, what about all the girls trip we missing out on? Like, come on.
Did you even have a whole phase yet? Like, girl, did you go through that? Yeah.
Like, they definitely kind of see it as like a rite of passage. And I'm like,
right.
All right, cool. Like, but I mean, like I said, this is, I deal with all comers, right? Like I'm an equal opportunity employer out this bitch. But I mean, yeah, he overselling it. The white women ain't out there studying like, what do black men do? They eat? Like they're not doing that shit.
So I appreciate the perspective. I'll share my opinion on everything after I show the clip, but I just want to see how you felt about the first one. That's the warm up. All right, so here go the second clip. It's related, and then let's talk about it because it's funny that you said what you said. All right, so here we go. This is interesting, and then we'll really talk about this because, Lord have mercy, the conversations we've been having the past couple weeks. And keep in mind, family, I have the single mother by choice and the single by choice period in mind when we're talking about these conversations because it's all the same energy, right? We're trying to make a bigger point. So here we go.
Heard you say one of your initial classes, one of the first classes you had, you noticed that it was predominantly non-black women who were going in there studying black men.
I started teaching a black male course because it was needed. I'm looking at these young brothers who were getting accepted, and a lot of them were, dropping out. A lot of them really didn't have any support structure on how to navigate college. So I created this class alongside a student group for black males and began to implement that. And early on, what I found was I had more Black women than men, which, numerically is no surprise. That tends to be the case anyway, as far as the enrollment in school. My initial training in my doctorate was as a feminist. I hadn't dealt with gender prior to my doctorate. So I came in with that framework. The only way I knew how to deal with gender was through kind of what she taught me. So I'm teaching this Black male class using this approach I got in grad school, and I'm watching the numbers of Black males dwindle. I'm seeing the Black males in my class looking at the ground, just kind of disconnected. And I'm seeing the women more and more excited. And what I realized was that it was becoming a class where the young ladies were using me to finger wag at the men. So when I started to actually ask the men what their perspectives were, and I started to kind of change the narrative, and after a couple of years, I noticed the number of Black women dropped dramatically. The number of Black males started to increase. Within the next couple of years after that, I noticed I started to get this population of white women.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were there. When I began to kind of ask them, in the hallways, under the, why are you taking this class? And I started to find, oh, well, my boyfriend is, and I want to understand him and his family, or, I'm trying to date some of the men on the basketball team or football team or whatever, but I don't understand them. So they were doing research. They're getting A's. It's a weird thing where I got to give A+ to white women in a class on Black males because they are handling all the homework assignments and reading everything to a T. They're asking me about the citations that were made by the author. I'm like, good Lord. But they were serious. And I would say, another 3 or 4 years after that, I noticed the population shifted from, white women to Latinas. And the Latinas were coming in with the same kind of intensity, the same kind of questions, the same motivation.
You're literally telling me that you had a class that was dedicated to Black men, where Black women have an opportunity to study their men, understand what they're going through, understand how to relate to them better. And instead of us doing that, you have other women of other ethnic groups, other races going in, taking note, using it as ammo to get the quote unquote best men out there. So it's like, how can you compete with that? This is based upon what you just said. It's like, this is why they are winning our men. If that.
All right. So they go on for a little bit, but that was pretty much that was like the juicy stuff, right? All right. So it's funny. I played that right after you said what you said. And so this is a professor. He taught a class, graduate level. He studied feminism. So remember, he's a feminist, right? So he started teaching this class about Black males through a feminist lens, and realized as he did that, the men in the course rooms, the number of men in the classroom started dwindling, right? It started going down and down, because then he basically felt like he was like you said, finger wagging to get to the guys, and and they wasn't feeling that. So then when he finally started to ask the men what it is, just ask them about what it is that they wanted, what they needed, how they felt, and then started he kind of tailored his class. He noticed that the number of Black women started to dwindle, and then they started dropping out. But then it was more Latinas and more white women at first. So it's funny that you like these, they aren't researching it. So here's one example. This is not speaking for all these white women or all these Latina women, of course, but here we have an example of a professor, a college professor, saying, listen, we had a course on Black men, and it was the white shorties who were going hard to really understand the Black men, what they like, what they dislike, what they want, what they need. Latinas followed on board after that, but like everyone but the Black woman was trying to, not everyone, but other women but Black women were basically trying to understand the Black male, so they could get one, so they could acquire one, so they could marry one. So anyway, all right. So did your perspective change at all, or how did you feel about that second clip?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, listen, if that's what his his data showed him, his experience, he knows more than I do as far as that goes. I mean, I would say that's interesting, but I would think that, so it's like, all right, so how like the Black church is, right? How people say the Black church, Black men aren't in a Black church, right? Well,
right.
Only Black men that are in Black churches are married or gay.
Right.
That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
So and it's Black church comprised mainly of Black women, right?
Yeah.
Looking for men.
They pushed men out. They pushed men out. We talked about that.
And it reminds me of what he said, because they're like, the preachers and all those people are finger wagging at the men, like, right, oh, well, men suck. No matter what you do, you suck. You got to revere the woman. And it's like a weird dynamic in church.
Right.
That's why Black men don't go to Black church no more. They're like, fuck this shit. Like, I'm like, they're just not there no more. Right.
That's real.
So, and I would imagine that's what happened. Well, that's what he said happened in his college class. So he was like, yo, like, the Black women were kind of using his lectures and stuff to finger wag at the Black men, like, see, you gotta do better, you gotta do better, you gotta do better.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, dudes aren't gonna go for that shit, because it's like, bro, like, if like it's a weird idea to be like, basically, you're saying, worship the ground they walk on, and that's a bad message for men to digest. It's like, bro, like,
yeah,
no, I don't want to do that shit. Like, this
right.
needs to be like a reasonable kind of, conversation or compromise.
Right.
And no, I'm not gonna kiss your ass just to get along. Like, no, like if I think you're unreasonable, I think there's nothing wrong with addressing that.
Yeah, no, that's real.
But yeah.
No, well, no, yeah. So we talked about the black church and all the issues with it and how they're deterring men, which is why the shorties are trying to find God and find a husband who's God fearing, but they're not finding them at churches. And even if you find a woman at a church as a man, she probably got kids already because all these moms out here got all these single moms out here. Once they see the struggle's hard, they're like, all right, I got to find God again. I got to go back to a church and find me a man. But you got 2 old kids now. But I thought this was interesting, right? Because we talked about Ebony K with the single by choice and family. If y'all remember too, we talked about single by choice, just period, just women who say I'm single by choice. So this for me, this right here is a source of that problem, right? Because I agree with the first brother, the one who was like, our women do not want to compete, and they don't see that. They don't see the issue with that. They don't. I feel like they lack the self-awareness to see that, right? Because they've been taught that they're the prize. It's black girl magic. You shouldn't be chasing no man. You should be doing this all the sheerest sevens, all the stuff coming out.
Joe, let me interrupt you real quick, bro. I think it's more than that. I think they think they're entitled to black to black men specifically. Right. Like black men should look at black women as the default 100% of the time, bro. My ex, bro, we got into like a nasty ass back and forth 1,000 times because like how she looked at it was like, yo, because her and I were married, right? When her and I were married, she was like, yo, she didn't like the fact that I kind of put every woman on like an equal playing field. Like whether you could be, a goddamn Eskimo, you could be African, you could be fucking from Sweden. It didn't matter to me. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna look at what you look like and then like and how you act, whatever. But her perspective was basically like black women should rank, like all black women should rank above everybody else. So it's like, even if it's like an unattractive black woman, a black woman that's like 400 pounds, you know what I mean? Like look crazy, like Precious type shit. And it's a chick like Margot Robbie, a white chick like Margot Robbie. I'm supposed to be like, no, Margot Robbie, I'd rather not have you. I'd rather have Precious because she black. That's fucking crazy.
That is wild.
Like, but that was her perspective. She was very disappointed in me with that. She was like, bro, like we're black. Like I don't understand why like you would even consider a white woman when there are so many black women. I'm like, okay, but like that's not how I see shit. But like they think they're entitled to have us. Kevin Samuels mentioned it once. He was like, yo, like he on his show once, you probably remember because you used to watch it, listen to it or whatever. But bro, there was this chick and she was on the show and she was like, yo, he was like, yo, she was like 5, let's say she was 5'5", like 220, right? And of course she'd be like, well, it's all the fat is in the right spaces, right? So that's what they say, right? It's like, I'm not fat, I'm just like, you know what I mean? I got a fat ass, I got some big titties, whatever. So he was like, yo, he was like, okay, let me ask you a question. If you take all the black men out the world, right? Do you think you would have to lose some weight, get more fit to get any other group of men? And she was like, yes.
And she said,
like,
yeah.
That's fucked up. Remember that? He was
I
like,
remember.
That's fucked
I do remember. As soon as you said, I'm like, I remember that one. I do.
Yeah.
And that's what he was telling her.
That
yeah.
She could be 5'5", 220 and don't got to work on shit and get any black man she want.
And they got to, and black men have to accept it. Black men have to accept it. Right.
But if she go get a white man, a Spanish man, an Arab dude, or anything else, she's like, yeah, I probably should work out. I probably need to get in the gym. So she's like, so they deserve your best, but black men should just take you as you are. Right. Only because we're both black.
Right. No,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy, bro. And it's sad because, the Godfather, rest in peace. We're going to reference him every now and then, but like his soul lives on, he's passed years ago, but like he awakened something in men, in us. And we started seeing things that we hadn't seen before. And it was bringing men together behind a common cause. But he also said that a woman shows men how she feels about men by how she looks, how she presents herself to her. You know what I mean? So like that's how you can tell how much a woman cares about what a man want, because they know men are visual. They know men are the first thing that we're going to see is the physical. That's what draws us in, is if we like what we see. And so we have all these large women being like, I'm not, basically saying like, accept me as I am. But that's how you tell a man how you feel about them, how you feel about what it is that they want or what they need, is by how you present yourself. That's a part of that. And he would talk about that. So it's sad, bro. But once again, I believe the first guy. I know you said you don't know, maybe he was overselling, but I don't think our women compete. I don't think they want to compete. And think about it. I just don't think, maybe he was doing the most. Maybe he was like, but they don't compete, bro. Because think about it. If you're competing for, let's say, a husband, You have to understand the man that I want, and we've talked about this. What does he want? What does he like?
Right.
Where does he hang out? Where can I meet him? You know what I'm saying? What does he value? And then when you know what that is, you essentially have to kind of become that. Otherwise, you're not gonna get the ring. He might clap them cheeks, but he's not gonna put the ring on your finger. But it's
Right.
like
Right.
our women have lost, and this is not even specific to black women, right? But because the clips were about black women, I'm talking to the sisters. But like we did the single mother by this is why you guys say you're a single by choice, because you guys refuse to compete. And so if you don't want to compete, then the cop out or the cope is I'm just going to be single by choice. So I ain't no good men out there. No, I'm not going to settle. All these reasons deflecting the fact that you can't get the man that you want. Why can't you get the man that you want? Because you refuse to compromise.
Right.
You refuse to know what it is that he wants. And the thing is, they hear what we want, bro. We're on this podcast stuff, the internet. Men can like now talk and it goes viral. We know the game. Before you had to go to a barbershop or your homies. Like now we have the internet, now we have YouTube, now we have TikTok, now we have social media. We see how women are moving. We have the manosphere, we had the red pill movement, we had MGTOW, we have all these ways that men are talking and being like, yo, we got to get hip to the game because we're getting the short end of the stick, right? We know this now. They don't want to compete, bro. And I believe that wholeheartedly. But like, how are you gonna get that? How are you gonna get that man that you want if you're not willing to compete? How? How?
And Joe, let me ask you. Let me ask you. You said a phrase that a lot of women say, "I'm not gonna settle."
Oh God, I hate that. I'm so tired of that phrase, bro.
But who says you have to settle? Like, okay, you're great, you're awesome, right? Like, there's nothing that need to be fixed about you. You're a perfect 10. You're fake. You're fantastic.
Right.
Just go get him. Go get the guy.
Go get him.
Like, who says you have to settle? Like, nobody's saying you have to settle. Like the internet connects all of us instantly, right? I can go talk to somebody. Listen, Heather is in Florida right now. You and I, she's on a podcast all the time. We could connect to her like that, just because
like this.
We don't have to settle for people that live in Philly.
Right.
We can go get anybody we want because then we have the internet. So this, I don't have to settle shit. I mean, you do have to settle because you don't have the man that you have access to the man.
Right.
You feel like you just can't get him. So you do have to settle because you can't get him. Like
because you can't get the man that you want. Right.
There's nothing restricting any person from connecting to the person that they think that they should have.
Right.
If I could get a baddie, from the beaches of find her. If I was of that ilk of people, right? Like this is like we mentioned, this shit is cope. Like, I'm not settling. You don't have to settle. Everybody's on the internet. You could just DM a nigga. Like, listen, I'm a bad bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 5'5". I weigh 230, but I got a fat ass. Yo, what's up, man? Take me out. What's going on? You have access. You can do that.
Right. And that's why it's cope, bro. And you make such a good point. Now that we have the internet, that we have dating apps, that we have all these ways to connect with people, you know what I mean? But all these shorties you see online, I entertain all types of high value men. I work around them. I'm around them all the time. Maybe they sleep, but there's no ring on your finger. They're around you, but why are none of them? Look at Ebony K. You mean to tell me that she wasn't surrounded by powerful, wealthy men all the time? Around lawyers, around people on TV, around executives, CEOs, lawyers that made significantly more money than her, maybe had more accolades than her. She was around powerful, wealthy men.
Rich dudes.
None of them. One of them she was engaged to. As you can see, she didn't marry him. As you can see, she's going to be a single mother by choice. She couldn't find that man. None of them. And that's what I mean by these phrases, single mother by choice. Single by choice. No, you didn't have any options. So you were forced into this position. It wasn't really if you wanted to have a kid, this was your only choice. But don't make it seem like this was completely of your own volition. You created a situation where you had to basically go through IVF because you could afford it, because it's expensive, of course, too. And then you went through it because no one wanted to marry you. But you see all these black women there's so many black women who deal with high value men, no men who are making all this money, and also they are entrepreneurs who are making six figures, bro. I've never seen so many black women who are making six figures, some even with kids, still making six figures, and around all these high value men. And you listen to them and you're like, yo, this is the Lulu. This is insane. You guys are lying. A lot of you are lying. I don't believe it, bro. You really think it's all these six figure women out there?
Maybe capping.
It's cap, bro. It's cap. It's cap. So I just really wanted to touch on these two clips because I really think that this is the source of that. energy that we talked about a couple weeks ago, where these women, and I hate this, settle. You don't want to settle. No, you're getting exactly what your sexual market value is, and they think attraction is symmetrical between the sexes. It's not. You have a degree, okay. You got a high-paying job, okay. You became the man that you wanted. I don't want a woman like that. I can take the shorty working at Starbucks, the barista, who just has a high school diploma. If she's bad as hell and she's friendly and she genuinely shows interest in me and she's humble, I'll wife her up in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. But with these shorties, they think that because they have these degrees and these jobs, that it makes them more attractive to men. It's like, no, sweetie, it does not. I'll still clap them cheeks if you put it on the table, but I'm not going to marry you with your stubborn, arrogant, masculine, sassy. Like, you already know, we talk about the modern women, bro. We've talked about the attitude problem with Black and Latino women, like especially the college-educated ones who are just so arrogant. Yeah. And then they're single by then they're 40s with cats talking about I'm single by choice. No one wanted to marry you. No. So this is what you tell yourself because you failed to find a husband.
Single by choice is like saying I'm morbidly obese by choice.
Right.
Like saying I'm
broke by choice. I'm broke by right. I don't want to be rich. I'm just broke by choice. Like what?
What?
Like what? So yeah,
I want to be on Wick. Like no, you don't. Like no,
yeah.
Like, you can only buy certain things with Wick. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you can't buy Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like, no, you don't want that. Like,
yeah, right.
You gotta buy what the plain random cereals. Like, niggas don't want that shit. Like,
right, the Circus O's, the Frosty Flakes, Yukon Gold. Yeah, you know the fake shit.
You remember the cereal Smacks, the frog?
Yeah.
What's the bootleg version of that? Or like a dove or some shit?
No, it's Yukon Gold. It's like little golden nuggets. Is
that what it is?
Yeah, it's called Yukon Gold. Yeah, that's the fake Smacks. No, but
are you telling me you buy Yukon? You buy Yukon Gold by choice? Get the fuck out! Get the fuck.
Bro, it's cap. It's cap. But listen, we just wanted to put the clips out there so that the family can see it too.
Right.
Of course, we're live streaming, but we also have the ability to like take the clips and like make them into episodes. So we'll re-upload them. So if people didn't catch it live or don't see that section, you can catch this too. But like, you had to see these clips, family. Like, there is a problem with women right now, and they are so out of touch with men, and it's sad.
No. I got other clips, but let's keep it going. All right, so I'm about to pull up something right now. All
right. So we're gonna move to the next. But damn, bro, this is crazy. Y'all gotta compete for y'all men. There are more women than there are men.
Right. This is a whole nother vibe. I'm about to go on right now.
All right, cue it up.
This shit kind of funny. Well, it's not actually. Yeah, this shit pretty wild actually.
All right.
All right. So this right here, Joe, you remember them the bubble, the balloon, the balloon challenges, right?
Yeah,
You've seen them when you're Joan or whatever.
Yeah.
Them Jones are wild, right? So I'm gonna show you a wild ass balloon challenge, and I want your thoughts on it. All right. Okay. So there's two parts to it. I'm gonna play the first part, and I'm gonna play the second part. Okay. I want your thoughts on it.
This balloon show is a trip, man.
It's pretty wild, bro. Check this out.
Hey, I just got one more thing to say. This fat ass, funny looking black ass bitch just told me that I need to get on the treadmill. Bitch, fuck you in your fat ass mama, bitch. Nigga, look at your teeth. It look like somebody shot dice in them hoes. Look at your fake ass Jordans, bitch. Bald. Who bald? Mikey, my bald? Am I bald, Nick? Asia, am I bald? Baby, I got a hair full of hair, bitch, outside of this motherfucking wig. Small dick ass nigga, fat ass bitch. You talking about me. He talking all this shit about me. But baby, you in the same weight class as me, bitch. I'm a thick ass bitch. I got fat ass and titties. Ho, the fuck? Talking shit about me, ho? You get on a fucking treadmill. You broke ass nigga. Show me a fucking band, bitch. Show me a band. Show me a band. That's who. That's who. Says who. The fuck?
This shit.
Who?
All right. So that's the first one right there, right? So all right. So before I even go into the second one, what's your thoughts?
First of all, she is fat. Like, I know she says she thick, but listen, the neck fat and the arm fat is always the biggest giveaway. Right. I don't care how banging your body is. If the bottom of your arm look like some turkey shit, like this shit move like that, that's nasty. If it's all, you can always tell where the fat is. The fat face, the fat neck, the fat arms, she's fat. Clearly, she's overweight. Now, because it falls in the right places for some men, she don't think she's fat, but she's fat, right? So she's fat. She got all that hair. If you got all that damn hair, why are you wearing a stupid ass wig? Why are you wearing a wig? A blonde joint at that. I hate. Listen, this is a personal bias. I hate black women with blonde wigs. I do. Or the short blonde hairstyle looks like fucking Demolition Man or Dennis Rodman or something. I hate it, bro. Like, so that's just me. That's a personal bias, right? But you got all that hair, but you're wearing a wig. And then you go straight to body shaming him. You talk about his penis size. We already know.
Right.
Women always go for the penis size, right? Especially the stuff she can control her weight. I can't control the inches of penis I'm born with, or the ones I don't have. You know what I mean? Like
she don't even know. She don't even know.
She don't even know. She don't even know.
Met this man.
But she goes straight to, and then look how loud, masculine, aggressive. If she was a man, you mean to tell me the boy would have been like, yo, step outside, bro? Like, no, stop that talking. Let's go outside right quick. Turn the camera off, or y'all can keep, you know what I'm saying? But she's a shorty. So because of that, she can act out. It reminds me of Brittany Renner when she was on that podcast with Charleston White.
Right, I saw
and
that.
She spilled the water on the bull's face, and then because, oh my God, it infuriates me just thinking about it. All right, that's my initial reaction. There's more.
All right, there's more. I want. There's. It gets more wild. But I'm gonna just say something real quick.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
To the next part. Yo, she said, you know, we in the same weight class. Yeah, so what? I got a fat ass, but okay. Listen, I don't like when bigger women say that because it's like your ass is proportional to your fucking weight. Like I don't like. Of course you have a fat ass because it's just that's just where the fat fell. Like you know, so it's like you can't use that as a flex and insult him because you got a fat ass because you're also big. So of course you have a fat ass because your whole body is big. Everything is bigger on you than Would it normally? It's not like an abnormally. Like now, I've seen some nice thick chicks with huge ass butts. That's like not normal to. I'm like, oh shit, that deserves praise. I'm like, okay, cool,
right,
yeah, you're big, but that's a huge ass butt. Like, okay, cool. I like that. That's cool.
But it's not a flex to say that you're in the same weight class as a man. Like, I'm sorry, but women should like. How is that a flex? You weigh as much as a man. Mm-hmm. That is not a flex. And you can't show me any other species of mammal or even animal, period, where the women on average outweigh more than the men. That is crazy. So that's I'm sorry, bro. But
all right. So let me move on to the next part because the next part is wild, bro.
Okay.
Who a dirty asshole?
No, I knew it. She swung at him, and she's still trying to hit him.
Try to fight him.
You hear the man? Don't hit her back. Don't hit her back. Oh no. No. Yeah, you can talk all that because the men were making sure he didn't hit you. So, bro. Oh my God, bro! So I should have known that was coming.
She swung on him and hit this man.
She swung at him a couple times, and they were trying to hold her back, and she was still swinging, trying to keep hitting him.
Yeah, bro, I hate this shit, yo. I hate like. First of all, bro, niggas gotta start swinging back, bro. Like men gotta start swinging back, bro. Because
hold on. We don't endorse that. We gotta make sure we say it because you two gonna flag it. Let's make sure that we don't endorse violence against women. So we gotta say that. I know how you feel. Listen, my mind is all over the place, but we gotta be careful. We cannot endorse.
To be so comfortable just swinging on another adult. First of all, she wouldn't have did this if it was another woman,
right?
Because that equals a fight. She's banking on the fact that she's a woman and she could just punch him to her heart's content, and everybody's just gonna excuse it because she's a woman and he's the man. Yeah, I fucking hate this dynamic, bro. I fucking hate it, yo. And the women that do this shit are so fucking comfortable with this shit because they know niggas is not gonna swing back. They know, nobody's gonna do anything, and they know if other men are around, they're gonna jump in and say, "Hey, don't do that, bro. Don't matter what she do to you. She
and that pisses me off too.
Nothing
I hate it.
Burns my soul more. There are other things that burn my soul, but nothing burned my soul more than this goddamn dynamic, bro.
I hate it.
Hate it, yo. If you hit another adult, you should be cool with the fucking corresponding result.
Right.
So if I happen to go to a random bar and I see Floyd Mayweather and I throw a drink at Floyd Mayweather's face, and Floyd Mayweather knocks me the fuck out, guess what? No one gives a fuck. I deserved it. Remember what happened to Tyson on that plane? What was that, a year ago, something like that?
The white boy that was trying to antagonize him and talking about that.
He was all in his face and shit like that.
Yep.
Yo, Tyson swung on him, hit him or some shit like that. Everybody
bloodied him
understood,
up.
like, bro,
yeah,
you deserve that shit.
Right.
But if it's a woman swinging on me, hit me, or doing anything, I'm just supposed to chalk it and just be the bigger person.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that equality, bro? This is the shit that kills me and it eats me up, because women will sit there and be like, oh, we're equal. No, the fuck we're not. You can hit me and I can't hit you. That's not equal. If you hit me, I hit you back. No one cares.
Right.
It eats me the fuck up, bro.
I hate it.
You saw how comfortable she was swinging on that kid, on that guy? They both seemed like they were like early 20s or something like that. She was so comfortable just swinging on him. You think that's the first man she ever swung on in her life?
I doubt it. And she's on TV. She's on internet. She knows this is gonna go viral. She's having her moment of fame, even though I think you look horrible in this clip. It's a horrible representation of black women in this clip. We just talked about attitude, aggressiveness, masculinity. This is why I hate this pop balloon show. But this is crazy. And you heard the boy. You heard the boy who was trying to back up the guy she was trying to hit. He was like, "You lucky I don't hit women." He said that, and it's just like, I mean, she is in a way she is lucky, because you already know how that goes, bro. One swing, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? So
right.
No. I hate this dynamic too, bro. I'm raising both my daughters to, like, listen, if you hit some boy, that's somebody else's child. He has every right to defend himself. If I find out you done smack some boy in the face or hit or put your hands on him and he beat your ass, understand that it is what it is. There's nothing I can do, baby girl. And I've told my daughter, there's nothing I can do in that situation. If you put hands on him and he did not touch you, once you do that, it is self-defense. There's no way I'm going to send my son out into that world and say you should accept abuse because it's coming from a woman. No, my son will not accept abuse. My son will beat that girl's ass. Like, I can't. And this is just the golden rule. Just keep your hands to yourself. Do unto others as you want done unto you. You know what I mean? Like, I hate it, bro. Equal rights, equal lefts. I want equal rights. You're gonna get the equal lefts. That's one of my favorite expressions now. Like,
now, let me say, most women aren't going to be putting palms on motherfuckers like that. But there's a good portion of women that think is that. Listen, I've known them. I've been in relationships with them.
Right.
There's a lot of women that will put palms on dudes, and then be surprised if there's a fucking response.
Right.
So the guy is just supposed to just be. I'm just supposed to be like. I'm just supposed to fucking pray and sit Indian style and be like, okay, please let your storm pass me, please. And you could be able to just knock me the fuck out, hit me with a pen, stab me, whatever the fuck you want to do. Because guess what? You have a vagina.
Right.
But anyway, bro.
No,
let's
that's
move
BS,
on to the
bro.
next one.
Yeah. We could definitely move on. No, I'm with you, bro. I'm with it. Oh, I was gonna say the last thing just to move on. Remember the bus driver, the chick, she spit on him and then she hit him, and he got up and said, "Oh, you going to jail now?" And he dug deep. He did the Hadouken and gave her that uppercut and knocked clean back. And he got so much crap for that. And I'm like, that boy's a hero. I was like, that man is a hero.
Listen,
she assaulted him while he had people on the bus.
It's gonna take probably 1 million men to just respond and just get locked the fuck up before women start being like, yo, I can't be putting palms on motherfuckers, bro. Like,
there has to be a consequence.
It's gonna take 1 million men of all races. Listen, I'm not gonna be one of them, okay? But listen, anybody listen to this podcast, any of the men that's willing to sacrifice themselves for the greater good,
right?
But listen, I'm not saying go out starting some shit.
Listen, yeah. No, I'm not saying that.
If you get hit, bro, like, it's so weird that the other sex just be like, yo, I can hit you and you can't hit me.
I hate that.
It blows my fucking mind, bro.
I hate it.
All right.
I know. Let's stop because we getting mad. I'm angry just thinking about it, bro.
Bro. All right. So I'm gonna share the next joint. It's a whole different vibe.
All right. We'll transition. We gotta bring it down. Right. I got my blood pressure. Yeah. Oh, Kendrick G. Oh, Lord have mercy.
This is different though. This is a weird one. Let me check this out.
All right.
Yeah, Alabama, 50, Sagittarius. He's a retired government worker. Dad to 4 kids by 2 of his.
What, bro?
What kind of woman you looking for, Van?
Someone who's mature, sure of herself. I said that not overly emotionally thing, and then that applies. Whatever I required of myself as well, and someone who's open-minded. And I'll explain if time permits, or I don't know if you'll get into it with more questions.
Do you want to explain it right in this moment?
Yeah, I guess it's open a can of worms. Okay, I'm kind of, my situation is a little different.
Fire alarm in the back.
A heterosexual male that's changing over.
So
why are you speaking in code, bro?
A woman?
Yes. So that's why I mean by open-minded. So my situation.
Wait a minute, Van. Wait a minute.
All right, we'll pause it real quick.
So Van, okay, you've been married twice.
Right.
So would you consider yourself gay?
No, that's okay. In my current state, or I guess I pretty much present as male, obviously. But I guess if I would define my orientation, I would say it's the same, but the package is changing. If that makes sense.
It does not make sense.
So do you want in this new package? Do you want to date women or men?
Fire alarm is killing me, bro.
Sorry, sorry, Kid. I'm not trolling. I promise I'm not trolling you. I would like a female.
So you want to continue to date females, but you're gonna become a woman.
A trans
woman.
Right. Now, I believe that every gender should have their own agencies. I don't have a problem with that identifier in front of the word, because I know it's a big thing about what's real and what's not real. I realize that I wouldn't be an organic female. So, well, I wouldn't be. Are you
gonna do the body surgery?
Right. Yes. Very much so.
Now, I want to just ask this because you got 4 kids. You were married twice. Was this always inside of you? Did you always have this desire to do this?
Yes. I would say I never really felt in touch with masculinity. And actually, I always, in my military experience, kind of like was the icing on the cake that made me want to be done with masculinity. I felt myself more of an advocate for women. And I know people say you can be an advocate for women without wanting to change your gender. I get that too, but but with me, I kind of feel like I've been more aligned on the woman side. I had the male experience, of course, growing up. I had girlfriends, got married, obviously had kids, but I kind of feel that the way I can put it, that I'm missing out on life by not experiencing the other gender. And it wasn't just something on a whim. It's a feeling that I never really felt attached to. Manhood, you know what I'm saying? And anything that.
I'm sorry, bro. You're missing out on life by not getting your dick cut off? Like, what the? I don't understand. I don't.
I mean, does it get worse, or is this pretty much like the gist of it? Like,
yeah, this is basically the gist of it. Yeah, we could.
All right, what the fudge, bruh? All right, so I mean, it's funny. So racist white people call the fire alarm sounds hood crickets, because usually, like, when because they always say black people that got the fire alarms, so they call them hood crickets.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
When I hear it now, I call them hood crickets too. And now I call them that. F you, racist white people. Well, that's a funny one though, hood crickets. But that's why I was laughing. But all right. So I mean, I think bro's mentally ill.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what I'm trying to be delicate, because like I said, I don't want to offend that community, the alphabet community. I don't, we just came out of Pride Month. Bull had 2 marriages, 4 kids, served in the military, and all this time he was saying, I guess he didn't feel like his gender aligned with whatever he was feeling in. I don't know, bro. I think this is mental illness, bro.
Yeah, no.
This is mental illness.
Nothing he said made sense to me. But bro, honestly, nothing that a lot of those people say makes sense to me. So like, I'm trying to be delicate in, you know what I mean, with my delivery. But bro, like a lot of what they say don't make sense to me. Like, so he wants to be with, he still wants to be with women, but he wants to get his dick cut off, and he wants to, grow some titties or put some titties in.
Yeah.
But how would that change any? Like, okay, like I don't.
And then he still wants
like,
to date women.
He still wants to be with women, but he wants the woman to be
okay with that.
Okay with him getting his dick cut off and growing some titties. It doesn't make any sense. Like it
and that's the thing. Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. That's why we can't understand it. Like, it just does not make. I think this should be classified as either gender dysmorphia, or dysphoria. I forget it's dysphoria, but like that gender thing where like this is mental illness, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a history of like some kind of sexual trauma in his younger years before he got married and had all them kids. If something happened to him, something traumatic in his teenage or maybe his younger years, like I wouldn't be surprised if something came out. He had some skeletons in the closet. But this is I don't even. I mean, why? I don't understand why these types of people come to Kendra G to try to find somebody though. Like, why do you think like this is the platform to come and find? You know how homophobic some black folk can be. Like, you know how yo, bro, sisters wouldn't even date some black women. We talked about it. They won't even date a black man if he sucked a dick in the past.
No, bro. I gotta fight you on that. No, women won't, bro. Women won't.
Okay.
Women won't, bro.
All right. Yeah, women,
black,
right?
White, Hispanic, nothing. If like, listen,
right.
If you make a joke, talk to a chick on like a random site. Make a joke like, yeah. I've only been with women. I was only with one man once, bro. I guarantee you, before you say LOL, her fucking face will be like she saw a ghost, bro. Like, like stop it, bro. Like,
you'll be blocked. All your messages on unread. Like the dialogue will end, bro. You'll be unmatched. Yeah. Like, no, that's real. So you come on this platform, want to know it's not just black women, but it's predominantly black folk who come on this show looking for, and you know that we can be hella homophobic. That black women wouldn't even look at a man if he was bisexual or knew he had a history of like that. Like, why would you come to Kendra G to try to find somebody, bro? I don't understand.
Check this out. He's looking for a woman, right? That's attracted to him as a man, but will be okay with him cutting his dick off and growing titties and then still being with him. Who is this person? Like, who is this? Who is this person, bro? Like,
I honestly, remember that clip of that? It was a TikTok. It was a guy. So the guy, I don't know if he's like Middle Eastern, but like, so you're a guy who turned into a girl, but you still date guys. So then that makes you, and he's confused because he's trying to rationalize it, and he just glitches. Like, and I'm like, bro, yes, bro, that's exactly what happens to all of us. It does not make sense, and this is sad, bro. I don't want to bash him because people are gonna be like, you guys are being transphobic. He wants to live his life authentically. I think that this is
I don't even know what that means. Oh, wait. I got another point, Joe. I got another point. He says I want her to be open-minded. I fucking hate that word, bro. I hate that fucking word because I think people use open-minded as like a blanket term to accept anything. And if you don't accept anything, then like you're the opposite of open-minded. You're closed-minded, which is bad.
Right.
So basically, I can meet a woman, right, and say, "Hey, Jackie, I want you to be open-minded." Jackie wants to say, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm so open-minded." Who's gonna say I'm closed-minded, right? So she, "Hey, you know what? Hey, Ty, you know what? I'm open-minded. Hey, Jackie, guess what? Just so you know, before you and I get serious, I need you to buy like 20 hamsters and like have them ready to put them in my butt when we have sex." Like it's like and if she doesn't accept that, then she's not open-minded, and I can just be like, "Oh, she's such a closed-minded bitch." Like, no, your open-mindedness is you cutting your dick off and growing titties or taking some like I hate, listen, open-minded is another term for me. And I'm just like, it always open. I'm like, what do I have to be open-minded about? Just be open-minded. You know what I mean? I might change genders. That's a big fucking thing. That's a big thing to be concerned about. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I agree, bro. I agree. Yeah, I'm wary of that. If like hypothetically, if I was out there and some chick is like, I need you to be a little open-minded, I'm like, all right, does she got a dick? Or you know what I mean? Like she missing a titty, like you know what I mean? Like it's got to be something wild, you know what I mean? Like she's got really bad like body odor, or like you know what I mean? Or her
so
fucking.
You gotta accept the
You know what I
body
mean?
odor, or you're closed-minded. Which
I expect the worst.
You're a closed-minded son of a bitch.
Nah, bruh. Nah.
Like no, I don't
Something's off.
I don't want you to have a dick. Like that's not me being closed-minded. I just don't want you to have a dick. Like that's pretty reasonable for me to ask.
Yeah, right. Nah, this is wild, bro. And I keep the same energy. Like if this had been a trans man looking for, or I guess he's gonna be a trans woman, but you know, Kendra G has had a trans man on there saying like, I only want a straight man. I only date straight men. You know what I mean? Like a trans woman, sorry, saying she only dates straight men, and I'm just like, bruh, and she don't even tell them off rip that she's trans, but we know her face was strong, the voice was deep. Like I knew off rip, I was like, yo, is that a man? So man, this is crazy. Listen, I hope he finds the expression is there's a pot for every lid, right? So listen, there's a pot out there for that lid. I hope that he finds it. I hope that he's happy. I don't think that Kendra G is the show to come and find that. But brother, I also think you need some therapy. I think that you really have mental illness. And really at this late in the game, bro, like I feel like a surgery like that, the stuff that he's trying to do, maybe it could even affect your life, bro, because he looks a little bit older too. You done lived your life. Like just rock out as a dude, bro.
At least probably late 40s, early 50s.
Rock out, do some drag, wear some heels, put a dress on, like just rock out as a dude, bro. Like
tuck your fucking sack.
Yeah, tuck it in. You know, you can put it in between legs, make it look like you got a big box. Like do something, but like. Oh, bro, this was interesting. Yeah, I wonder if anybody blew up his DMs after this one.
all right. So I'm gonna show you the next John. This one actually pissed me off. This is one that I picked, and I was like, you know what? This actually pissed me off. I wonder if it's gonna piss you off though. So
all right. Let me. It better not be Yada's bitch ass. I hate Yada.
No, definitely not Yada. Not Yada.
We gotta do more of him though, cause good lord.
We do. All right, you ready for it?
All right, what's up,
ladies? This is for you. This message is for you. We are too old to be dating a drug dealer. Okay. After your 30s, you should know better. No, I'm not even lying. Like, I think after a certain age, okay, like maybe in your early 20s, 19. I mean, it's never cool, but I'm saying maybe in your little early 20s, 19, whatever, 22, 23, you're pushing it. But after 30, come on, like, we got to do better. And why do you want to live like that anyway? You get what I'm saying? Like, why do you want to date somebody who can potentially bring you down? I don't understand. And some girls like, no, it's not cute.
After bro, I don't think we live anymore.
Not be dating drug dealers.
We were, but then it stopped.
Let's start this video back up. All right.
Yeah. Cue it up.
So you ready for it again, Joe?
I'm ready.
All right.
Ladies, this is for you. This message is for you. We are too old to be dating a drug dealer. Okay.
Really?
After your 30s, you should know better. No, I'm serious. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I think after a certain age, okay, like maybe in your early 20s, 19. I mean, it's never cool, but I'm saying maybe in your early 20s. 19, whatever, 22, 23, you're pushing it. But after 30, come on, like, we got to do better. And why do you want to live like that anyway? You get what I'm saying? Like, why do you want to date somebody who can potentially bring you down. I don't understand. And some girls like, yeah, no, it's not cute. After 30, you should not be dating drug dealers, period. I used to date this scammer, and I remember every single day I used to be scared because I used to be like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if he's going to get locked up. Like, when your man leaves the house, it's worse enough that, you know, anything can happen, a car accident, whatever. But to know that he's putting himself in crime or he's putting himself in danger every single day, who wants to live like that?
Not me.
Who wants to be scared every single day? Ladies, this is...
Are you still live?